Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Cricket Castaway. And cricket never stops and keeps us busy all the time. So here we are starting with our World Cup campaign for the T20s. I'm Nishant, joined by Divyansh. How are you, Divyansh? And what are you expecting out of this event?
Yeah, very good. Very excited for this T20 World Cup, especially this following up after IPL. So, everybody is already in the T20 groove. This would be the best chance for India as well as every other team to grab their hands on the T20 World Cup trophy, and especially India because this has been an elusive trophy since the inaugural one. So we have not been able to capture another T20 World Cup. So
Yeah.
hoping that this time we would be able to get our hands to it, and it could be a fitting farewell to Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli.
Yeah. I think it's been too long, far too long for a side like India with the caliber of players that we have to not get our hands on any one of the ICC trophies, which is strange because in a way we always perform fairly decently in these tournaments, and we are always making it to the semi-finals. It's just that either in the semi-final or the final, we lose our way. So it happened last time in Australia in the T20 World Cup where we lost to England. Who'll forget that day when Josh Butler just took us to the cleaners and they practically didn't lose any wicket and gave us that thumping defeat. But yeah, this is a new year. The trophy is being the contest is being played in US and in West Indies. I think there's going to be a lot of support for India. All the US folks are going to pile in numbers to the cricket stadiums. What are you hoping out of this competition for us?
Definitely, yeah. This would be a great advertisement of cricket. First of all, this is a great way to propagate the uh, popularity of cricket. Apart from the eight test playing nations and some other associate countries, this would be a great initiative to begin with, because USA is the biggest market you can get for any kind of sports. So if
Yeah,
we are able to penetrate this market and cricket becomes popular enough in US, then there is no looking back. So
yeah,
it opens new horizons for the game of cricket, and
yeah,
we have enough Asian population in USA
yeah,
to
yeah.
keep this up and to keep following up on the tournaments, and to start with their, I think they have already started their own T20 league as well, I think MCL
Yeah,
it is
yeah.
called.
Major
So
League Cricket,
yeah,
MLC.
recently I read that the Hulk has been picked for an MCL team. So
Uh,
so that's the latest news. So these kind of tournaments will keep the interest alive, and people will definitely come in hordes to see these kind of tournaments. So yeah, it's a great start for the cricket.
yeah, and I think, as you rightly pointed out, so it was basically the Indian diaspora and the South Asian diaspora which started cricket in the US. Though, if you look at the history, US and England have played cricket in even in the 1800s. Cricket was there before, but yeah, it never really got going in the country. But with so much South Asian population there now, I think it's the right time to for this kind of a tournament to happen. And I think it's gonna get a lot of support. All the teams are probably going to get a lot of support, but India and Pakistan specifically, I think, are going to be supported heavily in this one because both of these country have major representations there. So moving on to the meat of things. So we are going to play our first game against the Ireland. So our group consists of Pakistan, obviously, because there can't be a World Cup without a India-Pakistan game in the group stages. So I was checking it out, and the last time that India-Pakistan did play in a World Cup was in 2007 when they weren't in the same group, and both India and Pakistan didn't qualify from their groups, so the World Cup never had a India-Pakistan game, which was really bad for them because there was no TRP after that. But
Right.
since then, I think I'm all for it. If India and Pakistan are going to play only these World Cup events, then obviously put them in one group. But I think it makes for a good contest. Apart
And
from that, we have US, Ireland, and Canada in the group, only two qualifying. What do you think about this group and then coming on to this game?
yeah, definitely World Cup. A World Cup cannot be a World Cup without an India-Pakistan encounter. Especially this happening in New York City. There can be no better advertisement of cricket, no better way to popularize cricket amongst the citizens of United States. And rightly pointed out that 2007 World Cup, both team couldn't make it to the next round or the playoffs. So the encounter did not happen, and coincidentally, that was also hosted by West Indies. So we are back to the full circle. But from that tournament on, I think ICC have deliberately made sure
Yeah,
that these two should remain in the same group, so that we get to have at least one match of India Pakistan in a tournament. So
yeah,
yeah, that's a good strategy, both for the propagation of game as well as from the revenue standpoint as well. Talking about the other three countries in this group, so Ireland have been fairly active in global cricket, and they keep playing bilaterals with England, New Zealand, and even India as well. So they are a fairly uh, experience side if we compare them to USA and Canada. So I think this is the third strongest team in this
yeah,
group. And then US and Canada, they have already played each other, where USA have beaten Canada
yeah.
very
In a in a
convincingly.
in a really high scoring game.
Yes, yes, definitely. So that was a really good chase.
Yeah,
So I think, yeah, it's a good group where you have a mix of two newbies, one associate cricket nation, and two test playing nations. So yeah, that's a good mix of group where you get to experience the competitiveness, as well as the new teams coming up, how they fare against each other, as well as
yeah,
the experience side. So yeah, it's a good
yeah,
mix, and it's also a kind of preparation for these countries, since I think T20 cricket is going to be included in 2028 Olympics as well.
yeah,
So uh, they get to have a good experience before going into Olympics, that how these countries operate, and what
yeah.
an experience side of cricket looks like.
Yeah, yeah. I think though Ireland are in the mix, even before a ball is bowled, I think the two qualifiers from this group are fairly obvious. It have to be India and Pakistan, unless Pakistan does some Pakistan kind of things, which they're
Yeah.
fairly known for doing as well, and probably drop a point against Ireland or US or something like that. Uh, Chances of those, I think, are fairly slim this time around. But they haven't had a great T20 series against England as well. So. But yeah, I think they're going through. This is going to be going to be an interesting World Cup. Is all I can say at this moment of time. Let's see how the tournament shapes up. So
Yeah, definitely.
moving on to India's squad, as we see here, a lot of faces which we expected will be going to the World Cup are going. So we have Rohit Sharma, we have Yashasvi, we have Virat, Rishabh, Sanju, Surya in the batting department, then Hardik, Shivam Dube, Ravindra Jadeja, and Akshar in the all-rounders category. And for bowlers, we have Arshdeep, we have Chahal, we have Bumrah, we have Kuldeep, and we have Siraj. Anything that you think we might be a bit light on, or something that you think that could have been a better option could have been selected?
Yeah, there are two names. I think Shubman Gill and Rinko Singh might have been picked up, but since I think there's a limitation to the number of
Yeah, I think
people
Shubman
going.
is in waiting. So
Yeah.
like if there's an injury or something, Shubman comes in, but yeah, not in the first squad.
Yeah, and I think even Rinku has traveled to US, but he's
Yeah,
not part of the squad. But
yeah,
he's also sort of a backup. So I
yeah,
think overall it's a good side. If Mohammad Shami would have been fit, he comes right in the place of Arshdeep. But
yeah,
yeah, right now we go with what we have. So I think
yeah.
yeah, this is majorly the best squad that we could have picked for this World Cup.
Yeah, I think the squad is more for me picked on the basis of the kind of pitches that we are probably gonna get in the West Indies. So it's expected the pitches will be more supportive of the spinners in those surfaces. Could be slow and dry. This is what we're hearing right now. Even in the West Indies Papua New Guinea game, which went down to the wire, it was the spinners which were ruling the contest. So considering that having Jaddu, Akhtar, and Kuldeep and Chahal, the Kulchar duo, I think bodes fairly well, gives Rohit a lot of options. Though I don't see them all playing at the same time in a game. What do you think? Can we see them playing at the same time? And what are the prospects do you think are of Shubham Dubey making the starting 11?
I think for the first game, I think Shivam Dube should make it to the squad because of the unpredictability of the drop in pitches. So as we saw in the match of South Africa versus Sri Lanka got bundled out at 70 odd runs. So and South Africa also lost 4 wickets chasing that. So swing dominated, the pace bowling dominated that match. So it's the unpredictability that these drop-in pitches bring in that would determine the combination of the squad. So I think from an insurance point of view, in the batting depth, I think they should go with Shivam Dube, and I think only Kuldeep or either one of the Kuldeep or Chahal would make it to the squad as I see right now. So I think Rohit Sharma would open with Virat Kohli. Number three would be either Rishabh Pant or Surya, and then number
Yeah,
fourth would be either of them. And number five would be Shivam Dube, then Hardik six, and Jadeja seven. So I think this
yeah.
would be our batting order, and followed by uh, Siraj or Arshdeep, and then Bumrah and Kuldeep.
Mm-hmm. So probably I think then that means Sanju Samson doesn't find his place right now in the starting 11 for you as well.
Yes, yes, correct. only in the case if Rishabh Pant falters, I think then Sanju would get a chance, which is quite
Yeah,
unfortunate because he is in the form of his life and he has been so consistent throughout the
yeah,
IPL. But it's the
yeah,
conditions and the team combination that would
yeah,
dominate because of the advantage Rishabh Pant has, as India wants to go with a left-right
yeah,
combination throughout their middle order. So
yeah.
Rishabh Pant would be the top choice there.
Yeah, yeah. Also, do you think Akshar plays any of the games, or if it depends a lot on pitches?
Yeah, Akshar, I think Akshar will come into picture in the West Indies leg of the tournament. Definitely, he will get a
Yeah,
chance on the West Indies pitches because those are quite slow, and in West Indies we don't have these kind of drop-in pitches. So
yeah,
we would need a bowling all-rounder like Akshar Patel who can very well bowl four economic overs, maybe take a wicket or a two, and also contribute with the bat. So I think Shivam Dube would be the pick in the US, and Akshar
yeah.
Patel would be more handy in the West Indies leg of the tournament.
Yeah, yeah. I think if the pitches offer a bit of pace and a bit of bounce, then I think Shivam Dube becomes the ideal candidate because he's so good with the bat. He's in such sublime form. We need that kind of power in the middle, which is why I think Shivam Dube for me is a must throughout this tournament for this side,
Yeah,
probably even at the cost of in a few games, maybe even Hardik Pandya. If the pitches are slow and turning, then I think we go with Siraj, or even use Hardik as the fourth proper bowler, and leave Siraj out for those games. But if Akshar has to come in, I don't think it should be at the cost of Shivam Dube, simply because he would get out early in a few games, but the upside with him in those middle orders is just too much, and we've seen that in this year's IPL as well. When he gets going, there is no ground big enough for him, and that's what this T20 side needs. He is probably the X factor in this team because others are all known commodities in a way.
yeah, definitely. And looking at the slow, sluggish nature of the pitches in West Indies, I think Harshal Patel could have been a good pick in the squad because
Yeah,
he has been the highest wicket taker
yeah,
in the IPL, which is just concluded. I
yeah,
think his slow Yorkers would have been
yeah,
handy, but then we would have to drop either Akshar or Arshdeep for
yeah.
that
I think
purpose.
that's a good call for me as well, because Harshal has had a better season than Arshdeep in IPL this year, and probably even the last one as well. That's why he went for so much money that he did. So Harshal has been performing really well for the past couple of years, and these pitches, as you rightly said, in the West Indies would have really suited his kind of bowling. And that's the squad I think we've gone with, and hopefully Arshdeep, for the limited opportunities that he gets, will do well. I don't think they're gonna use Arshdeep that much, simply because with the presence of Hardik Pandya in the starting 11, you already have three players with 12 overs of pace in there. And
Yeah,
then you have Jadeja and either of Kuldeep or Chahal to bowl the remaining eight, which kind of seals the deal for Arshdeep, in my opinion.
yeah,
So yeah,
definitely.
that's I think about the Indian squad. Anything else you would want to add? But any other comments that you would want to make on the squad?
Yeah, I think we should see like how Rishabh Pant is performing. Just and We should not just make a decision on the basis of left hand right hand combination. If you feel that Rishabh Pant is not that good with the bat, he needs some more time. I think Sanju Samson should be given chance immediately because every time we cannot go by the left and right hand combination, you should also provide weightage to the form of the player,
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah,
both are
certainly.
equally good in keeping department. It's just the batting form that makes the difference.
Yeah, certainly. So, moving on to the Ireland squad, because we played them today itself in the first game, and it's a opener for us. It's obviously a must win simply because we want to start the World Cup on a high note. I think Ireland are a good side. Probably got stuck in a difficult group for them, but a good side nonetheless can cause a lot of trouble to any side in the world on their day. Uh, what do you think about them, and what are the chances that you feel they have in this game?
Yeah, definitely. This side always packs one or two surprises with them.
Yeah,
Even I remember in the last T20 World Cup, they beat the World Cup winning side, that is England.
yeah,
So
yeah,
although England eventually went on to win the tournament, but in the initial stages they beat England, and
yeah,
before coming into that tournament, they won a T20 series against Pakistan. So they have their favorites identified in the group already.
yeah,
So I think this team can cause a bit of setback to Pakistan.
yeah,
Yeah, so anything can happen with this side, because this
yeah,
side has that potential to cause upsets, and it's just a matter of one match.
yeah,
Because if you are able to beat Pakistan, if Ireland is able to beat Pakistan, then it's 100% surety that they would either beat US or Canada. So they have
yeah,
a fair chance of coming at the second place in this group. So
yeah,
yeah, they would be hopeful. And
yeah,
looking at their batting squad, I think everybody is talking about Lorcan Tucker, and Andy Balburney is their long trusted. These are
yeah,
the two batting pillars of this side. So
yeah,
they have a good batting in terms of
yeah,
Lorcan and Andy, and
yeah,
also good all rounders in Mark Adair and George Dockrell. They have been causing setbacks in the past of Ireland cricket, and I think addition of Josh Little gives them a good boost
yeah.
in the pace department as well.
Yeah, I think as you rightly said, a very very dangerous side with Josh Little coming back into the fold. The bowling has certainly become a lot better because Josh Little has just so much experience and so much quality in the game. On his day, can be the best bowler on the pitch. Josh Little is a really good addition. I think their team revolves around the three pillars of Josh Little, Paul Sterling, and Harry Tector. I think these are in the bowling all-rounder and batting department. These are, I think, the three mainstays. Paul Sterling is going to open, and he is a no holds barred kind of a cricketer. As you
Yeah,
say, Fraser McGurk category. He'll just go berserk, and if it's his day, then he can really give us solid start to Ireland. As you rightly pointed out, Tucker and Tucker has been really garnering a reputation for himself as well. It'll be very interesting to see how Ireland perform in this World Cup. They'll be I think more than a match for both USA and Canada. It will be a big shocker if US or Canada win their games against Ireland. But specifically the game today, I think India right now just has so much more quality in this squad that I don't think there's much of a match in this one. If Ireland do make a match out of it, it will be really interesting to watch. I'm not gonna throw any team out without a contest. Any which ways, what sports teaches us every now and then is that anyone can beat anyone on any day. but yeah, on paper, it's a good squad, but I think India is just far more superior in all departments. But I think they're gonna show a good face of Irish cricket in this tournament, and if their players are on form, at least four or five of them, if they can perform consistently, who knows? A
Yeah,
T20 is the kind of format where more chances of getting an upset on the cards are possible.
yeah, definitely, because Irish play fearless cricket, so they definitely will give a tough fight to any team they play against. And on papers, India has a better side, and even the historical records prove that they have a 7-0 record against Ireland in T20 cricket, and it has been a long time since they locked horns in the T20 World Cup. So it was uh, in 2009 that Ireland played last in with India in a T20 World Cup, and that match was also won by India very convincingly by 8 wickets. So uh, the record and the current squad all points towards that India will emerge out as a winner. But it's we cannot discount any team
Yeah,
before the match starts, because Ireland
yeah.
can make a game out of it. And if the conditions support, if there are seeming conditions on the drop in pitches, I think they will give a hell of a fight to India.
Yeah, yeah, certainly. And it's going to be a great match, no doubt. And a World Cup opener in New York. I think a few things can be better than that. And I think a lot of Indian fans are going to pull on their blue jerseys and crowd the stadium, and it's going to be a spectacle for sure. Who do you think are the players to watch out for today?
Yeah, definitely. So, from India squad, it would be. I think it's long due for Rohit Sharma. So Rohit Sharma and Surya from the batting side, and from the bowling, I would like to see Jasprit and Kuldeep doing their magic, because they have been the best, and I think it's the
Yeah,
correct time for them to just
yeah,
give Ireland side a taste of their magic that they so
yeah,
often show in international arena as well as in IPL.
yeah,
And
yeah.
from the Ireland side, I would bet on Josh Little, Paul Sterling, and Lorcan Tucker.
Yeah, yeah. Certainly, I think this is what it is. This is the start of a new tournament, and a tournament in which India again walks in without a ball bowled as a favorite, and certainly the best side right now in the T20 circuit. If you just look at it on paper, though the game is never played on paper, but I think it's high time that. One of these ICC events need to come home, and yeah, this is just a start. The next one would be a big one against Pakistan, uh,
Yes,
but I think it has to be a good start to the tournament for Rohit specifically, because I think all the other players in this team are in form. They're performing well, but it's Rohit at the top and Siraj at the bottom are the two players who really need to get in form quickly enough, because India, if they want to be the champions at the end of this tournament, they can't have any passengers in this team. And I think right now, and also because this is the last World Cup, as you rightly pointed out, for a lot of players. So it's Rohit and Kohli, but it can also be for Jaddu. He's not
yes,
getting any younger as well. So
yes,
I think and they need to perform really well in this one.
definitely. And a lot of hopes would be pinned on Rohit Sharma, as he has been a brilliant T20 captain for the Mumbai side. So everybody would be hoping to bring that expertise and that experience in the T20 World Cup, and it should work wonders for the Indian squad. And I think this is a good side. It's just that to what matters is to turn up with the performances
Yeah,
on the day it matters the most. So yeah,
yeah.
that's the thing that India should look out for.
Okay, I think this was our preview for the India versus Ireland match, and also a curtain raiser for the T20 World Cup 2024. Guys, keep liking the channel, keep sharing, keep subscribing, put in your comments, let us know what can be improved, or what are you liking, what are the chats that you find interesting, and things like that. Divya, any last words?
Yeah, just keep showing the support for the channel, and do give your suggestions in the form of comments, and we are more than happy to take those into account and keep improving. So yeah, have a great day, have a great match tonight. So thank you.
Yeah. Bye bye. Thank you.
Bye.